Welcome to the Good Buds Podcast, the show where good buds smoke good buds and talk about them. Curtis is here.
Shank also here.
There.
Isaac's
But
here
who's
too.
there?
Oh, me.
I get me! Say the name!
Damn it. See, this is why I failed homeroom.
And this is episode 87, airing Monday, August 29th, 2022 on Spotify, YouTube, Anchor, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and many more. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. And before we start, I am going to let you know that today we're talking about weed news.
We're back with it.
Yeah.
Weed news worldwide.
That's right. That's what we're talking about today. We gathered some news stories, just a few of them from around the interwebs, all cannabis related in some way, shape, or form, and you buds are going to hopefully enjoy every one of them.
Absolutely. We're getting a little bit back to our basics, a little bit more to our roots, but in order to get to the roots lead to stems, the stems lead to tree, and the tree leads to bud. And with that, I have a bong packed right here. I have some sweet
And I have a
sweets.
bong packed right here.
Oh, yeah. I am smoking some more of my super crunch berry that I've been smoking on for the last little week, but I had a lot of it, so I'm just smoking it up. It's
Good call. Today I'm smoking on some Deja Glue. I just got it today from one of my sources, and I'm very excited to try it out. I actually have not tried it yet, so it's gonna be fresh on the podcast.
Oh yeah, Deja Glue sounds interesting. Isaac,
Yeah.
What are you going to be? What do you got?
Oh,
Did you forget to get something?
No,
you guys can choose 7-Up or Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper,
Dr. Pepper.
because that's the close to Dr. Peppas.
It's true.
And we love Peppas here.
Dr. Doomsday Pepper.
There we go. A lovely Dr. Pepper.
I have a video
There we go.
recommendation for you guys later. It's fucking amazing about that show. How ridiculous it is. But anyway,
Yeah.
Before we get into that, let's get more high so we can go more off topic at some other point. So, buds, make sure you get your bongs packed, your bowls packed, your joints rolled, your blunts rolled, your vapes ready, your rigs ready, or if you have edibles, you can take them before, take them now,
Eat 'em
take them
all.
later. You can eat them all. It is time to blaze it. Tok tok shkaboke.
Cheers.
Mm.
I gotta say,
Okay.
solid cloud shank. Mine would have been cool, but I got a fan blowing on me right now. It is
No,
hot
that's
to
solid.
top up in
You
here.
got a fan blowing you right now?
Damn right.
That's right. And if you're a fan of our podcast,
Wait.
you can blow us too on our social media links that you can find down below. We got YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all those miscellaneous links you can check down below, as well as our Discord channel, where if you want to see that blowing live, you can jump on there, have some conversations with us.
Absolutely. And also, if you want to know some more about the strains, every once in a while on our YouTube channel, we release some strain reviews over there. You can go over, check that out, subscribe while you're over there, because we got plenty of other shit popping off. We have live streams, we have gaming content, skits, fucking strain reviews, and of course, the video of our podcast, where you can see our dumb fucking faces while we smoke this shit.
These
We're a lot
beautiful
more
faces.
expressive.
It's true. It's amazing. It's awesome. You can watch me swat at this fucking single. Do you ever see that episode of Breaking Bad?
I just saw
Yeah.
the fucking fly
You ever
by.
see that episode of Breaking Bad, man?
The
It's
fly.
like that. Like this one fucking fly flying around and being an asshole. But
It's a controversial episode because it's either the best episode in people's opinion or the worst episode.
exactly, it was a bottle episode that they needed to do because they needed to save money in their budget for an episode that was coming later in the season.
Yeah.
And so they made that episode, and it was
They
really
needed
honest.
a filler
Yeah.
episode, but that was like the best filler episode ever. Way better than
Absolutely.
the Dragon Ball Z episode where it's just 10 minutes of screaming.
Oh!
No, it's not even that. That's not even the filler episode. That's the crazy thing. The filler episode is just them doing bullshit
Yeah,
stuff.
Goku and Bulma go on a picnic.
Literally, one of the fillers I can think of is just Bulma getting the Dragon Balls and them arguing about who gets to make the wish.
That's it.
Just like,
Yeah, that's
oh my
the-
god.
So
fight.
speaking of random miscellaneous
Yeah.
bullshit, this whole
It's
banter
true.
that we're doing.
It's true.
But also, if you want to help make the show a little bit better, other than subscribing to our YouTube, checking out our social media, checking out our
Do it.
Discord, you can go check out our Patreon page. Links are downstairs in the description. We have tiers that start as low as $1. You can get access to behind the scenes content, access to fucking watching our shows live, like as we record them, like here, listening in.
Like
and
now.
shit. It's cool. It's
Every-
nice.
Just like every Twitch let every person that signs up for a Patreon will go on my tit.
Absolutely. Straight on the TED.
Straight
Straight
on
on
the
it.
tit.
And
With dry erase marker.
with all
Straight on
that,
there.
we'd like to thank our Patreons that we already got, Mr. Benji Bills and Mr.
Sure.
Isaac. And yeah, please check it out if you can. If not, any of the free shit that you can do definitely helps us out in the long run. Subscribe, like, comment, share, all that.
All of it. And now, Isaac, where else can the buds find us?
Twitch.
Yeah.
Twitch.
Hell
Yeah. Yeah, they can. We stream regularly on Twitch. We have links to all 3 of our different Twitch channels down below. And please do click that follow button when you go there. That way you'll get a notification when we pop online to stream whatever the hell we're streaming that day.
Follow all 3 of us, and I guarantee you'll get content at least once a day.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Exactly. And with all that being said, I'm gonna smoke the rest of this bong.
And I have a joint rolled right here.
Absolutely. And Isaac, are you gonna chug the rest of your Dr. Pepper like a fucking frat boy?
No, I'm
Good.
actually going to enjoy it.
Good. Good.
Good.
Those cost a lot of money now.
Yeah.
Inflation.
And whatnot. Exactly. So with all of that, it is time. Let us once again blaze it. Tok tok shkaboke.
Toke folk.
Whew. Love that. And also, I guess I should say, for my pen today, I am smoking, again, on some MKX cartridges. This one
Mortal
in
Kombat
particular.
X.
Yes, Mortal Kombat X cartridges. This
Okay.
one in
Nice.
particular is a sativa
Get over here.
blueberry diesel.
Makes you want to violently fight people, huh?
Your soul is mine.
Only a little bit.
Only a little bit.
Explains why we don't see the dog.
Mental rage. It's got nothing to do with the vape pens. It's just like, you know, I'm such a like smiley, happy-go-lucky, stress-free kind of dude. Every now and then you just gotta snap and go American Psycho on somebody, except
No.
Canadian stuff. So it involves a lot more flannel and moose.
Oh, see,
Of
see, no,
course.
I go American History X with the curb stomping.
Oh, see, but the whole racism thing there.
Oh no, 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 no. I don't do
Minus
that
the
part.
racism.
Very
American
strong
history.
rating, very
More
strong
like American
Kano
history.
vibes.
More like American History Z.
Yeah, so let's just go with like Kano vibes on that one.
Yeah. So it's Australian bar brawl.
See, I'm completely fine. I'm completely happy, normal. Everything's good until I put on the mask.
Mine's right there, actually.
My Cabal mask is in my closet.
Yeah.
You guys
So
wear
anyway.
masks while doing this?
Don't want blood on my
but
good
no.
face.
Yeah, not sure, but I do know that we're gonna create our own version of S Club 7, and it's gonna be way better, and they can suck it. That said, today we're talking about news.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Ba-dum,
Okay.
ba-dum.
The news. It's
We
gonna be
news
fucking crazy.
worldwide.
There's that soundbite I love so much. But
We're not doing the ding dong ding because
Yeah.
that's a lot of stuff.
it's the files on my computer and I can't be bothered. But you can imagine it in your head. It sounds like ding dong ding.
Oh wait, do I got a
Roughly
Pro
like
app
that.
on my phone? Keep talking.
I definitely do. Okay, so this is what's called filler speaking. It's basically non-speak. And so now what Curtis is
I meant
doing
say
is
actual words, but okay.
yeah.
We're gonna get sued because that was most definitely NBC.
I just hit 3 random keys.
NBC.
There we go.
There you go. That's
Thank you,
more like
thank
a
you, thank you.
horror movie news thing, but good enough. Good
Thank
enough.
you, thank you, thank you. No, we're not getting sued.
Chris
now
trying
we're
to
not gonna
cancel
get-
this. All right. So anyway,
Yeah, that was
news.
fantastic, Curtis. Weed news worldwide. So today we're going to be talking about some stories. Like I said earlier in the intro, we are going to be talking about things we compiled from just kind of quickly browsing through some weed news. It's been a little while since we covered it, so we had a very broad spectrum of stories to choose from. So we've got some good ones for you today.
absolutely. I think first things first would be a nice little look into local news comparative to each other.
Yes.
So Shank, yours I'm assuming is pretty much completely unchanged.
Pretty well, yeah. As it stands here in Canada, things are relatively stationary. We haven't changed anything regarding legality or anything like that. I know a few places are talking about having looser regulations for stores, but as it stands now, nothing massive has changed. We still have legal weed. It's still good weed, and I still enjoy the benefit of that every single day.
Oh yeah, very good, very good.
Yeah, but how about you locally? Has anything exciting gone down in Michigan?
So for Michigan, as of right now, we are still obviously in the couple beginning years of legalization. So when we first started the podcast, it was a little rocky. You know, I still had to go to certain people and delivery services, and open cannabis recreationally was still a little bit weird. Obviously, you could smoke it, but it was hard to come by. Now it's every other city fucking has 3 or 4 dispensaries in it. The market is completely almost oversaturated at this point. They're just now at the point where lounges and cannabis Airbnbs and hotels and events like that will be allowed. Pretty much any concert event or venue that I've seen has treated cannabis like cigarettes, almost.
Nice.
So pretty much as long as you're not bringing in a ridiculous amount to sell or make money off of, like if you bring in a personal amount, most of the time from what I've seen, they just let you go through.
Yeah,
Other than
like if I bring in like 2 or 3 joints or something like that,
2 or 3
that's
joints,
fine.
if you bring them in with a cigarette pack to an outdoor venue or on an indoor venue that has outs for smoking, you're good. My cannabis vape, I've brought this thing to fucking like 12 concerts now. Every single
Nice.
time I put it right on top of the basket, they look at it, push it right through. They don't even care. And
Yep.
they know what it is at this point.
Oh yeah, it's not a
So,
secret.
Exactly.
So that's good, man. That's good. It seems like things have loosened up and it's gotten a little bit more settled in.
Now, there are definitely still some stringencies, and like I said, they're still working on opening up the legislation for lounges and shit like that. But the businesses are coming in, the legislation is getting passed, and the paperwork hopefully will be going through soon.
Yeah,
And
for sure. I've been reading some things about different places down in the States that have been recreationally legalized where they are allowing lounges and that kind of thing, where it's like they've got cannabis cafes where people can go and chill out and like hang out
I
and
know
smoke weed there. And
I know that this is very popular in Colorado and Washington as of right now. Obviously, being the first ones to legalize it, they were the first ones to get the ball rolling.
yeah,
California being hip with the times is kind of into it, and I'm sure New York is going to be opening up soon because they're just expediting that shit like they can.
yeah. And while we're talking about California really quick, I'm not going to talk about the news story, but I did while we were researching for news stories for this, I did read that California is talking about implementing another warning label because California is really well known for their warning labels.
Of course.
Literally everything causes cancer. This comic book behind me, cancer.
Yep.
This Goosebumps thing, believe it or not, cancer.
This is this is a company made in Michigan. I'm pretty sure somewhere on here there is a fucking
California warning label, yeah. And so California is very, very big on that,
No,
and
I
they are
got one
talking
for
about
sure, but keep going.
but they are talking about implementing a warning label for the psychological issues that may arise from smoking too much cannabis or high potency cannabis. And
Right.
honestly, I mean, I don't think it harms anything because anybody who is a regular cannabis user and does their research knows that if you already have pre-existing mental conditions, it can exacerbate them and make them worse. But it doesn't cause people to get like you're not going to catch schizophrenia from smoking cannabis, but if you already have it, it might make it present sooner. So just keep that in mind. And Californians, if you see that warning label, just don't let it scare you into thinking that you're gonna get schizophrenia. If no one in your family has ever had it, ever, and there's no family history of it, chances are you're not going to get it.
Right.
But that's it. That's all I really wanted to say about that.
But
Just
again-
it's one of those things I read about earlier from like in a news story, is California is going to be implementing that fairly soon.
And that's still interesting and nice that at least
Yeah.
they're still thinking of public safety, even with
Yeah,
something that they've
exactly.
completely legalized.
Yeah, because a lot of people who smoke cannabis who don't do their research like we do may not know that it doesn't cause mental illnesses and that kind of thing. But if you already have something going on, it can make it present sooner or more seriously, especially depending on the potency of cannabis you're smoking. If you're doing like 99% dabs, like, like that might make your mental illnesses present a little bit more readily. And Californians, they're just looking out for their people. Warning labels don't hurt. You can ignore a warning label if you want to. That's your right as a human being. But they should,
Progressive state, they're
yeah,
good for
yeah,
doing
they
so.
should be. That's good on them for fucking warning people and letting them know, hey, this might do something. So just do your research. Like we always say, smoke weed, but do your research. Know what you're talking about.
And at worst to the companies, it costs them an extra 3 cents in ink or
Yeah.
stickers.
Not even, because like at the volume that they're printing at, like it's not even 3. Like that little change
Half a
probably.
cent per fucking 10 of them.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's exactly right. So it doesn't even. They're ordering so bulk that they'll never have to worry about it.
Correct. All right. So, as of
Yeah.
right now, we've talked about Michigan. We've talked about
Yeah.
or Canada, which is obviously already there. California. Isaac, tell us about Ohio. How's it been in your state?
Aha. Well,
We only have recreational,
Mm-hmm.
but November's coming up with the elections and whatnot.
Correct.
And well, in my notes, I have it written down here. I call this section "Dumbass Ohio."
Oh no.
Well, let's see, because in November, you got Missouri, Maryland voting on legalization.
Right.
Ohio's like, yeah, we're gonna push that till 2023.
Really.
That's frustrating.
Yeah, it's already been proven that most people are, yay, let's do it. But Ohio's just like, I'm gonna wait a year.
We
Let's
can't.
just-
No.
Let's just wait till 2023. You'll change maybe in 2023, but no.
Yeah, no, because basically it's so far every time an election has come up. Like I just really quickly looked up an article here, and yeah, it seems like every time a vote on legalizing cannabis in Ohio comes up, the GOP basically pushes back the vote by a year. Like they were going to do it in 2020 or 2019,
I
and
remember
then they pushed it back to 2020,
I
and
remember
then
that.
they pushed it back to 2021 because of the pandemic. And then they pushed it back to 2022, and now it's being pushed back again to 2023. And basically, they're not giving an explanation as to why, because frankly, they don't have to. Like the organizational type they are, they can literally just say we're pushing it back to 2023. And if people are like,
Reason.
why, they can just be like, get fucked.
What I seen was the article
Um,
basically saying that the parties agreed to push it back another year, and then a bunch of statements like some head of police people
See,
thingy said that
now.
it sucks they're doing it. Unfortunately, it sucks. Oh well,
Right.
basically.
Now, the thing that sucks definitely is obviously pushing it back a year for whatever reason they have, pushing other addendums or other things that need to go in. That's
Yeah,
one thing. But at the same time,
they're not giving
Oh,
an explanation.
they're not giving the
Well,
explanation,
yeah,
but
no.
also Ohioans are already, most of it, some of it is decriminalized already in
Yeah.
some areas, and it's
Yeah.
also medically available. So
Yeah.
Ohioans are pretty much in the same spot Michigan was right before we legalized it. So you're
Yeah,
almost
well,
guaranteed
Canada
to
was
get it
too.
back.
See,
Yeah.
Ohio,
Even
with
Ohio
Canada,
needs to do it. Like they
Now
need
here's
the
the
money.
thing.
Like
If
Canada
the-
was legal medically though. We were legal for like 5 years or more before we were legalized in recreational, but we were legal medically first.
Same.
Yeah.
Legal medically first, and then at some point, certain spots became decriminalized, like Ann Arbor and Detroit. Then
Yeah.
certain other spots, like the whole metro Detroit area, became decriminalized. And after
No,
that, they're like,
our
"There's
country
no
was just
point."
like fuck it, let's just blanket that shit. It's like
Right.
basically our federal
So-
government was like provincially,
Yeah.
it doesn't fucking matter what you want. It's legal federally. So if you arrest
Exactly.
someone in your province federally, they're not doing anything illegal.
Exactly. So, but the point is, with Ohio pushing it back a year, all they're doing is pushing back how fast they can get legalization actually ready once it does get passed by another year, possibly 2 years. Rather than getting the tax money 2 or 3 or 4 years from now, they now have to wait 3, 4, 5, 6 years from now.
We could use
Exactly.
that tax money. Our roads are pretty fucked.
Yeah, like
So
well,
is
it helps.
football team.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not
snap.
wrong. They're literally named after the color of shit. So
Yeah,
It's
but
the only time I take the Browns to the Super Bowl.
same.
So,
I do that every day, once a day. I'm pretty
should.
regular.
should-
But but that said, it's funny because it looks like one of the I shouldn't say people, one of the groups that are actually fighting for Ohio to get recreational legalization. And I thought this is very counterintuitive to what I would think. But the alcohol, the fucking basically the what is it? The Coalition to Regulate like alcohol, like marijuana, like alcohol. They basically are a bunch of alcohol companies. They're people that work in the alcohol industry that are trying to
Anheuser-Busch
get,
and yada yada.
yeah, that are trying to get cannabis legalized and have the same legalization as alcohol so that they can sell it.
Right.
Like, because that's what big companies should be doing in these situations. They shouldn't be like, no, fuck that. We're gonna find
Oh,
like,
man, I
like
can't
when
wait for that
tobacco, for
day.
example, like tobacco companies like shooting down tobacco alternatives. They should have like that's like what fucking Blockbuster did. Blockbuster doubled down and said streaming services aren't gonna work. We're
Shut
fucking
down
gonna double
Netflix
down.
and Redbox when
Shut
both
down,
of them
yeah.
were about to be offered to them.
Shut down all that shit and fucking basically they were like, no, we can. It's like we're gonna like we want to just only work in our industry and we're gonna do it better than they can do it. And then like they realized too late that they should have got their foot in the door and actually did the right thing and fucking went with the future. And cannabis is the future. Like
Right.
people don't want to drink anymore. People like smoking weed. They're gonna smoke weed whether you sell it to them or someone else sells it to them. If you're a
Now
big
the-
company, sell it
Now
to
the
them.
last Blockbuster is an Airbnb and museum.
Yeah.
You don't want to be like that, tobacco companies.
No, straight up. So if y'all wanna like don't fight cannabis, hug cannabis.
Love
Hug
cannabis.
Can't wait for that
Love
Budweiser strain.
Exactly. Budweiser, Bud. They could just call it Bud
Budweiser.
Wiser.
Yeah.
Or Wiser Buds.
No, Budweiser, just with
No,
a
and we're-
hyphen
that-
and
wha-
green because they own it, obviously,
Yeah,
so it don't
it's
matter.
true.
And then they could also do Bud Light, which is
Bud
Yeah.
CBD weed.
That's true. And that's true. That's true. And Wiser Buds is our advice column that we may start in the future if you buds are interested.
Miller
comment
High
down below.
Life. Miller High Life.
Oh shit. Miller High Life would be fucking
The champagne of buds.
And then Miller High Life Light. CBD.
Exactly. Actually,
Yep.
I think O'Doul's would probably be like CBD weed. Because O'Doul is.
these are we're giving these by the way, these ideas aren't free. If you're these companies, you're fucking hook us up with some
Oh,
royalties.
Royalties.
Royalties. Keystone
Can't wait.
Light. Oh my god.
Can't wait for that Heineken strain.
What about I'm trying to think of one for Coors. Silver Bong Hit.
Northern Lights is already one.
Coors Silver Bong Hit.
Colt 45 and 2 zigzags. You just gotta add it to the end of it.
Yeah, Colt 45 and 2 zigzags.
Comes with
Fucking
exactly 2 zigzag papers wrapped around the bottle.
that'd be so that'd be so
Bush.
perfect.
See, beer names already got fucking weed in them.
So that's
Bush.
beer. So what about vodka?
Yeah, Bush.
Alcohols.
What do you mean?
Oh man, I don't know. I just think
UV
honestly
Blue,
that
or UV Blue Dream.
Hennessy.
oh my god, you
Oh, you're talking like that.
Yeah.
I mean Crown Apple or Crown Royal.
Hempa seed.
Hemp seed. Absinthe. Just with buds of weed.
with
just
weed,
floating in it.
just random absinthe. Yeah, because
Just
absinthe is
absinthe.
fucked up anyway. So just fucking throw
absinthe with weed.
throw
in
some
it.
extra weed in there.
Just an
I
mean,
ounce
that's
of weed
not
and a
absinthe.
fucking
I mean, there's-
1-gallon bottle of absinthe.
Yeah.
There's
Pour
chronic.
over sugar and enjoy your fucking death.
Oh,
They
I
call
know. Oh my
another
god.
another weed term is chronic, and they got chronic alcohol.
Hip chronic.
That's true.
Chronic.
That's true.
Hemp chronic.
Hemp chronic. That blue liquor that's fucking cognac and vodka shit mixed.
Yeah,
weird.
yeah.
Oh.
Heineken. It's
Heineken.
fun to say. It's fun
It
to
is.
say.
All right. So anyway, but
I can't think of any good ones. This is the first time my brain is drawing a complete blank for puns, buds. Mark it on the fucking calendar. Holy
it's
shit.
all good. That is our point to say, buds. If you have any other comments or any other ideas for alcohol weed combinations, whether it's alcohol
Yeah.
flavored like weed or weed flavored like alcohol or just weed inside of alcohol, which would probably be a
Yeah.
fucking terrible idea,
Yeah.
let us know down below.
Yeah, and if you actually put something down below in the comments and I find it to be entertaining enough, I may indeed do an actual rendered artwork of that type of
Figure it
alcohol.
out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. So comment down below, like
Or
Curtis said.
comment with fucking artwork yourself. Send us some pictures.
Yeah, if you do the art, jump
Good
on our
Buds
Discord and
Brewhouse.
share it with us. Yeah,
Good
oh
Buds
my god, yeah.
Brewhouse.
Yeah, good. We got to make Good Buds beer at some point.
No, we don't.
Yeah,
I would drink that Good Buds
See,
beer.
I don't
We gotta
drink
make it
alcohol,
inside-
so
I don't either.
No, like that's the thing is I
None
don't
of us
either, but
drink.
I don't either, but I
None
don't
of us
either, but
drink.
I don't drink recreationally, but every now and then I will drink a beer. And like
Recreationally, what the fuck?
no, like what I mean is
I
like
drink
I'll
it
do it
medically.
no, what I no, I do it in more of a sit down social situation, and I never do it to get drunk is what I mean.
Oh, my
Like
doctor just
Yeah.
prescribed me some Patron.
like what I'll do is I'll like sit down and like if it's like I'm at a restaurant and I'm having a beer and I'm not driving that night or whatever, like I'm having a good steak
Yeah.
or something and I'm sitting down with family, I'll be like, yeah, I'll take a beer.
Right.
I'll just get a
A
Keats and
normal-
that
a
one beer
normal
will go
person.
well with my meal, and then that's it. Like,
Shit, if
but
they
I don't drink to get drunk. But if
Shit.
I had Good Buds beer, you damn right I would. I'd do a fucking
they-
live stream on YouTube and just get hammered with Good
If
Buds beer.
they had fucking recreational alcohol, fuck it, might as well make medical cocaine.
Yes. I mean,
They already,
technically they already
actually
do,
they
but
already do.
Jesus Christ.
you know what? I
The
want medical.
cocaine is the real thing. Medical absinthe.
I'm trying to think now because every drug is already medical.
Yeah, it's been medical. Yeah, every drug started off as like some kind of medical shit.
I want medical ayahuasca.
That's actually a thing I think they use.
I
it
want
to treat
medical
PTSD.
jankum.
There you go. There's
Okay,
one that
there
they
we
there we go. Medical jankum. Yeah.
Medical grade
Isaac,
jankum. This
so
proof came
Isaac-
specifically from colon cancer patients.
um,
It's pure.
So Isaac, for your absurd gamer rage, we've gone over your test results, and we think that a treatment of jankum every time you get angry would be the best course of action. So I'm gonna write you a prescription here. Now go and you can get this filled at the alley behind the Safeway on Market Street.
See,
So,
now this is what happens. This means that you need to quit huffing and puffing and start huffing and puffing.
Exactly. Yeah. Or you could smoke a couple joints. It's either that. You go meet Enrique, like I said, behind the Safeway on
Either
Market
or.
Street.
Oh,
And
so-
Are you Enrique?
Okay, so
yes, I am indeed.
with our local areas now relatively covered with cannabis legalization, might as well do a quick little update on legalization across the entire United States.
Yes, hit us with that weed maps.
Absolutely. And shit.
The website where you can find local dispensaries.
We're not sponsored.
I
Actually,
wish.
I found a different website. Let's see.
Hashtag not sponsored. But if you're a
Work.
dispensary in the Michigan area, and you want to sponsor our podcast, get a hold of us at Good Buds Podcast on Instagram or on our socials down below. Curtis, I think you're on this side, lives there, and he would be able to go with that. I can't get a sponsorship because ours are all
Okay.
government owned. So, but if you're in Michigan and you're an awesome company that wants to hook up a bud with some good buds for some good word of mouth, let us know. Once we have recreational stores in Canada as well, if you're listening to this in the future and you're a store in Canada that sells
I got the weed
recreationally,
maps up, and essentially, what we have here is a very colorful map of United States, shit like that. Sorry, you guys can't see it, so I'm going to have to explain words. Currently, full legalization in all of these dark green colors. So, Washington, Oregon, California, Alaska, Nevada, Arizona, New Mexico, Colorado, Montana, Illinois, Michigan, Virginia, New Jersey, Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, New York, Vermont, and Maine are all completely fully legalized cannabis.
good job, good buds. Proud of you.
Next, we have these darker-ish green states where it's both medical and decriminalized and mixed with a couple spots where it is legal. New Hampshire, Delaware, Maryland, Ohio, Mississippi, Missouri, Minnesota, North Dakota. Good job. Oh, and Hawaii.
Oh,
Had that
Minnesota.
GG buds. Minnesota. You know what? Actually, that reminds me of
Mike Isaac
one of my
was-
favorite jokes. It's
uh,
it's like
Real quick.
yeah.
Minnesota, like Isaac was saying earlier, Missouri and Maryland are voting this year on cannabis legalization. So,
buds. If you're in Missouri or Maryland, get out and vote. Go vote. Just do
Yep,
it.
get
It
your
takes
stuff.
like
exactly.
It takes like 10 fucking minutes. You go, you do it, and then you can go to the store and get
Tessa,
your
if
weed.
you're watching.
So, Shank, you were
Tessa?
saying words.
We're keeping our mistakes in. What I was gonna say is that Minnesota, it's like that reminds me of one of my favorite jokes where it's like when you don't really want a big can of pop, you ask for a Minnesota.
Okay. So
Okay, Laffy Taffy rapper.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
Laffy
right.
Taffy
Well, no,
rap.
hey, at least mine are factually correct.
Fair point. I'll give you that. Okay, but anyway, so our next state cluster that we have are the states where
Yeah.
it's only medically legal, and that would be South Dakota, Utah, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana, Alabama, Florida, West Virginia, and Pennsylvania. All
Kind of
these ones.
surprised by Louisiana. Figured that
Surprised
they'd
by
be
Florida.
losing it. And Florida, yeah.
I'm surprised by a lot of these states with how.
Well,
more
Florida's got a
progressive
really
they are.
big population of old ass motherfuckers, though. It's where everybody goes to die.
Fair
It's
point.
like old people go there to die, and
Retirement.
fucking yeah. And so when the retirement's a fun word for they go down there to die.
Mhm.
They want their bodies to be preserved by the heat of the sun and the humidity. So basically, like they go down there and like they vote because they're old as fuck for like archaic old as fuck ideas, and you end up with like, naked teenagers running down the street, fucking swinging swords at people, and
Yeah.
old people in golf
So-
carts being like, "These
Yeah.
kids these days are marijuanas."
Yeah. So
That-
yeah, Florida is only medically legalized right now, decriminalized in very couple small areas, but yada yada. Now
Mhm.
decriminalized, we only have two states that are that, and that would be North Carolina and Nebraska. The only two on here that are just decriminalized, I guess.
Yeah.
And after that, we have CBD with THC only. So, medical CBD and THC for very, very specific cases.
Delta
So-
A, basically.
Basically illegal, except very, very certain cases where they're like, okay, maybe.
Yeah.
It's alright.
Extremely controlled.
Exactly. And that would be Wisconsin, Iowa, Indiana, Kentucky, Tennessee, Georgia, and Texas. Which we've talked about
They
Texas
worry about
before
their
with their
guns.
oil and stuff, which
Yeah.
their
You
oil
can own-
sucks.
You can own 3 tigers, but you're not allowed to have 1 joint.
When you
It's
buy a
ridiculous.
bottle
You can have as
of
many
alcohol,
tigers as you want.
when you buy a bottle of booze, you get a free gun.
Absolutely. But we've talked
Actually,
about
yeah, I love that
Texas's
whole open a
oil
bank
before.
account and get a gun.
Yeah, we've talked about Texas before with their oil, how basically to get one regular dosage of oil in Texas for somebody in like Michigan or a regular legalized state, you would have to take 4 or 5 up to 6 times as much just to get one regular dosage, because the rest of it is just gelatins, mixtures, additives, and stuff like that. So that way there's very, very little actual THC going into or CBD.
Yeah, it's like, what is it? It's like the homeopathy of fucking cannabis medicine. Like, because
they'll
like
give it
homeo.
to you, but
yeah.
they're giving it to you very, very watered down. It's
Well, that's
like,
what I mean,
oh,
homeo-
you really
the-
need. It's like, oh, you need to get drunk. Let me give you 3 drops of alcohol and then fill the rest of the shot glass with water.
Yeah, well, that's what homeopathy's whole principle is. It's like basically like breaking something down to like dilute it, and like so it's like taking Kool-Aid and like mixing it with water over and over and over and over and over until it's like just like not even lightly tinted water. It actually just looks like normal
Yeah.
water, but there's Kool-Aid in there somewhere, and then selling it as medicine.
Yep.
And so it's like it's the same thing
Yeah.
they're doing with cannabis. They're taking like literally a pinch of cannabis and then being like mixing it with like infinite amount of other shit so that they can
So,
be like, there's
yeah.
cannabis in there, but it's like, yeah, but there's probably more bug parts in it than cannabis. Like,
So, and then finally we got the states where it's fully illegal, which would be Idaho, Wyoming, Kansas, and South Carolina. Obviously, your legislation, just get the fuck on it. You
get your shit together. Get your shit together.
Is about to get it done, and you're just gonna be like, no, we want to be the holdouts.
This is
No.
coming
Yeah,
from a
but,
Canadian who really
The hoe.
like, I respect and appreciate the fact that y'all got like your freedoms and everything in the United States and that kind of thing, but get your fucking shit together. Like, it's like, dude, I'm not even down there. I don't have a stake in the game, but I'm just looking at it as a third party, and I'm like, what is wrong with your dumbasses? Dude, get your shit together.
Absolutely. So yeah, with all that being said, that is our
Yeah, that's an update.
updated list of current state legalizations in the United States. Took a lot longer, but hey, 50 of them. What do you expect?
Yeah.
So I've
You're
been
getting there,
talking-
buds.
Exactly. So I've been talking for a bit. So why don't we get on to the news stories that we've actually looked up and prepared today?
Yeah.
Shank, Isaac, which one of you would like to go first?
Isaac, man, you got some prepared this week. So this was actually technically your idea to cover the news again because it's been a while since we did it.
Yeah, Isaac is like, hey, why don't you guys
Alright.
get back to the news?
Yeah.
Fine, but you gotta get news stories too.
So yeah, so Doug, hit us with your first story.
All right, so I call this one in notes.
Dumbass people. It's a lot
Dumbass
of
people.
Dumbass people.
it's a dumbass theme here going on with me.
All right.
So a dispensary opened up in St. Louis
Okay.
called Cookies.
Okay.
They've been open for
Okay.
about a month. They got robbed recently. Smashed in. Boom! Right through the fucking store. Smashed in.
Front door
Disappointing.
or
They
wall?
smashed in where the place has to be actually closed temporary already.
Okay, so they probably smashed the front hole.
So an attempt at a burglary at a medical marijuana dispensary around 5 in the morning. Police reported to that suspect drove a car through the building and attempted to get inside. No arrests were made, but there's an investigation as a burglary going on. Extensive damage was done to the property, which has prompted the closure. Yeah,
That's insane.
basically, they were caught on video and they were trying to kick in the glass. The suspects never made it in the building, actually. Police haven't said if anything was stolen from the Cookies dispensary yet. There is no word.
That's some strong.
Went
ass
on the
glass.
store where we opened. But yeah, I guess there was some statements made. But yeah,
That's
Yeah.
fucking ridiculous, man.
Like Shank said, that's definitely some strong ass glass. So they basically drove a car and it didn't do anything. They tried getting out and kicking it.
it
sounds
still
like.
caused enough damage where they have to be closed.
Well, yeah. I mean, they probably damaged the building like quite a bit, so they have to repair that before they can open back up
Right,
because
you gotta
the
build
windows were
stricter
probably
code.
broken.
How do you cause
Door
that
was probably
much
broken.
damage to a building and still can't get in it?
I don't know, man. That's what security shit's built for now. Like I've been like watching a lot of shit about that recently on YouTube, just because I go down weird ass rabbit holes and
Alright.
like
A lot
What
of
about
they
this?
they build things so that you can try to damage your way into them, and they'll just get more
see-
frustrating to deal with.
I
I've
think-
seen it where. Sorry, I was keep cutting you off, but I've seen it where they're doing like the normal stacked bricks buildings, like you see with most buildings. You know, it's just
Yeah.
the cinder blocks. They turn sideways, and fucking paint over it. I've
Mm.
seen a lot of them fucking putting steel rebar through that, and then drilling holes and putting it through that. So now you got double supported, and then
Yeah.
put iron bars on windows or just no windows at all.
Yeah, and they just
And-
and literally a lot of it is, well, it's structural, but it also is to make it more annoying. Like, because they know you're gonna break the door, but when you break the door, if the hinges are designed in a specific way and the latches are designed in a specific way, all
It's
you're
just
gonna be
gonna
able to do
lock.
is make it flap, right? Like the window will shatter, you can even start hitting it, but the door will basically just flap and it won't open enough for anybody to get through. But that also means that you can't hit it hard enough to break it.
Right.
Because
And
every
the
time
other-
you hit it, it just flaps a little bit and then comes back.
And the best part is, even if it's double doors, they hypothetically flap open enough, and you do squeeze your way in. You're not
They just
getting
close
out.
on you. Yeah, and you're not getting out because they don't open the other way.
Right, unless your
Yeah.
friend does. You have a friend or somebody to push the doors open again, so you can squeeze out.
Yeah.
And then you got glass. You got fucking.
Yeah, and they design it to be fucking frustrating. They know that you're going to probably break it, but they just don't want you getting in. So the lock isn't going to break, and even if the lock does break, it's not going to open.
It's not gonna. And even if the lock doesn't fucking break or any shit like that, there's still the possibility of you get in, you get through the Most dispensaries have a front room, and then they lock the second room.
Yeah.
So you still have to.
Another
get
door
into
to
the
get through.
sick room.
Yeah, yeah, seriously, it's ridiculous. It's just a dumb idea altogether. So this was definitely an aptly named list, Isaac.
Yeah, you do not try
Yeah.
fucking robbing dispensaries,
Yeah,
especially
they're
since
most-
they're legal weed.
Yeah, they're most likely. Well, no, in St. Louis is Missouri, so they're voting on it this year for legalization.
But it's a
Yeah.
medical and decriminalized state, so it was medical.
Right.
So if anything,
Yeah, it was a
they're
medical
robbing-
dispensary.
They were just going in there to
That's like
take the
robbing a
weed, and
pharmacy.
they were just taking it to sell it.
Oh,
they
for
weren't-
sure.
They weren't going in for money.
No, for sure. The money would probably be off site at night anyway. They'd probably they wouldn't leave any money there.
They probably would have gone, grabbed as much weed as they could, and if they had some time left, check to see if there was cash.
Yeah.
If there was,
Nah.
if it's in a safe.
Most likely they would have.
They wouldn't have
They
time.
would. They would most likely they would have just grabbed the weed.
If
and
it's a
fucking booked it, but-
dispensary, they didn't have time. They're not gonna have time. Hitting a
No.
dispensary is almost probably right behind hitting a bank.
Yeah. Yeah, because
It's
they are
definitely
high
top
security.
5.
They are fucking high security though. Like they've got cameras everywhere. They got motion sensors. They've got fucking electronic locks. They've got fucking like security stations. Like they're pretty.
And
Usually they have on-site security.
I
They're
would
Like
just
say,
yeah, they're just missing the overnight guard.
I would say bank,
yeah,
casino. There's probably like 2 or 3 that I'm missing, and then dispensary.
yeah,
But
chance and
they're up
chances
there.
are when they reopen, they're probably gonna have overnight security. They're probably gonna hire a security officer to hang out overnight.
Yeah,
Or
now.
they're gonna buy barricades.
Yep, that too. They might just
Cement
have fucking
barricades
yeah,
that'll just go
or
up in
just
front. Pillars.
yeah. Yeah, bollards. Actually, they're
There's
bollards. Bollards. That's the word. That's one of my favorite words. Those are those fucking metal posts to deter cars from hitting buildings. They're called bollards.
There's a Rite Aid right next to my house. I'm surprised they're still existing, but
Right.
there's actually been so many cars that have driven into the side of it and damaged the structure that when they got remodeled and restructured it, they literally put bollards across the entirety of the parking lot. There's literally like
Nice.
42 of them.
Nice, dude. I fucking love bollards, man. They're like such a fucking interesting concept. And like when you watch, oh, if you have a chance, watch slow buds at home. Watch slow motion YouTube videos of cars hitting bollards. The way that these things are designed to stop a vehicle is actually really impressive engineering. It's like it can stop an 18-wheeler if it hits it and just make it
Yeah.
go like
I think
and
we've all
stop.
no, we've all seen the video of the guy trying to turn his fucking 18-wheeler and the back half of it got caught and he just keeps going because he's like, why
Yeah.
can't I go? And he just rips his entire fucking rear axle off and then just keeps going.
Yeah. Yeah.
that
like
was
fucking-
a fucking bollard.
Yeah. Yeah, like they're fucking bonkers, man. Like they're fucking like the way that they're engineered is really cool.
Also, really quickly on this aside, also the guardrails on highways and shit like that, the crumple technology. Wow, that
Oh,
shit is
yeah.
fucking incredible. It's
And the
literally-
concepts for new versions of it are actually really interesting as well. They have some like cool water ones and everything that they use in Formula One racing and stuff that like basically you hit them and they just
the
move.
slow motion is basically ASMR, but we're getting off
Oh.
track.
Yeah,
So,
off
Shank,
topic.
you have a news story for us?
I do actually. I have several, but what I'm gonna go with is first one I'm gonna cover is very expensive story, and you know that I loves me some really expensive busts.
Okay.
I've since day one of Weed News Worldwide, I've looked for expensive busts just to kind of be like, got him.
Yeah.
But the one that I found is actually fairly close to home, not super close, but it's in Ontario. And what ended up happening is that there was a potential money laundering scheme that was done through casinos in Toronto. And like basically it prompted a 5-year investigation that basically led the Hamilton Niagara RCMP to charge 5 people who were involved in what they call a sophisticated drug trafficking and money laundering scheme. The police said that the 5-year investigation seized over $24 million worth of cannabis. $24 million worth of cannabis. It's a lot of fucking cannabis. That is a lot of fucking cannabis. Like a lot. I don't even know. I don't know if that's a record for the busts that I've covered on the news, but if not, it's got to be in the
One that was
top.
probably close, but definitely.
Yeah, it's got to be the top. It's got to be in the top somewhere. But and over $1 million worth of cash, just kind of as a footnote. That's like it's like and some cash.
Yeah.
But basically they started the investigation like back in like 2017, 2018, and it led to the discovery of 6 large-scale grow operations that had laundered $3 million from the sale of about 3,200 kilograms of cannabis.
My God.
And yeah, it's insanity. And so when the cops executed some search warrants, they found it was 5 residences and 6 large-scale cannabis grow operations. They found 29,975 cannabis plants and 3,595 kilograms of dried cannabis.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah, and so they also restrained a farm and 3 residences in the Greater Toronto area. There have been, like I said, 5 people have been accused, and they face numerous charges, included money laundering, drug dealing, and cannabis growing illegally.
Wait, they took a farm?
Yeah, they apparently kidnapped a whole farm this time. So homie lawn tractor got free, and now they're holding his daddy hostage.
now it's just like Kim Jong Un. Fucking, if you try to escape North Korea, he'll take the rest of your family hostage. And
Oh no, not Uncle Lawnmower.
Uncle Lawnmower and Daddy John Deere and Mama Seed Spreader.
No. As long as
An
they don't
anti-milk
get,
machine.
as long as they don't get Cousin Combine. Wait, they got Cousin Combine? No. But basically, yeah, they're facing a fuck ton of charges. It was a metric fuck ton of cannabis. Basically, so what I assume happened here is that they were masquerading as a legitimate legal cannabis operation. Like they pretended they had all of their permits and everything else.
Didn't it
and
say
that
it
kind
was
of thing.
like having a casino front or something?
Well, basically they were basically running it through like they had casinos. Well, they had casinos and what had happened is they found money laundering that was going on through casinos. And they were like, "Huh, this is weird. We should investigate this money laundering." And that basically led them to find like this group of 5 people, and that led them to investigate them. And when they did that, they found out that they were running what I assume, it doesn't say it explicitly here, but they were running a drug operation, like a cannabis operation, and claiming it was legitimate and operating as if it was legitimate, like selling to dispensaries and that kind of thing. But probably they were operating without permits and illegally and everything else, right? So that makes it so that all of the cannabis plants they had, all of the money they had, and everything else they had, were proceeds of a criminal operation in that case. So, like, I don't know whether it's like an issue of like lapse in licensing, or whether it's like they never had a license or bothered to get one and just acted as if they did. But that's a fucking $24 million worth of cannabis, man. That's a lot.
That is a lot. And that's a lot that's probably going down the drain, too.
Yeah, like, you know that the cops are smoking good tonight.
Cops are smoking good tonight, and when they have that fucking bonfire.
Oh, buddy. Well, and actually, that's actually really bad story about that. I was reading online that the procedure for when they burn cannabis and stuff like that and everything else, they do it in like these
clear everybody.
Well, they do it in a furnace and they burn it with hair, human hair. They collect hair from barbershops and shit like that and everything else that can't be used for wigs, and they literally throw a bunch of that in with the cannabis when they're burning it.
So you can't get high with it.
Yeah, because it would basically make you feel fucking sick if you even tried. Like, it would not be, but it wouldn't be deadly, but it would make you feel sick if you tried. But you wouldn't be able to because it's in an enclosed blast furnace anyway. But
yeah,
like,
plus they do it with the plastic bag and everything else like that. So it's plastic.
Yeah, but I mean,
hair.
It's one of those things where the cops found 3,200 kilograms of cannabis, right? And so they were, they brought it to the station that 3,100 kilograms of weed that they found was like a pretty good haul. When they checked it into the evidence locker, that 3,000 kilograms of cannabis was a good bust, man. That was interesting. I need to check that out to, for evidence during the trial. Yeah, that 2,900 kilograms of cannabis.
Exactly. For show. Just the number slowly dwindles and dwindles till the time it gets to the court date. So yeah, we found them in possession of 2 pounds of cannabis.
Yeah.
I mean kilograms?
Yeah.
1.4 kilograms.
Yeah, 1.4 kilograms of cannabis. I love that conversion too. It's like 2 pounds. 1.4 kilograms.
I don't even know if that's the right conversion for that.
I don't know. That's one second.
1.4.
Hey Siri,
kilograms.
what's 2 pounds in kilograms? Oh no, it's 0.91 kilograms.
0.9 kilograms.
0.91 kilograms.
0.9.
No, you got to do the 0.91. You got to have this down to the tenths.
0.90718.5 kilograms.
Exactly. Fucking. Oh my god. Yes. Oh, but seriously, they fucking found it. That was like that was a large bust. When I saw this, I was like, I have to cover it on the podcast because we're talking about weed news again. Buds at home, if you've listened to us in the past, or watched our YouTube videos or whatever, you'll know that I have an affinity for finding like big busts. I just love them. I love seeing them because I'm like, you're fucking stupid. Like, you get a permit. If you've got the money to do something of that scale, you definitely have the money to apply for the fucking permits.
You
Like
know
I
we-
couldn't do it. I couldn't grow a giant grow operation like that. Also, I couldn't afford the permits. So I wouldn't do it. Like, but if you can, come on.
Exactly. You would just do permanent, fuck it, or personal stuff. There's no reason to fucking grow to sell. There's nothing
No.
you can gain from that other than
Exactly.
a little bit of money, but you're gonna lose a lot more if you get caught.
Absolutely. Oh my god.
But
The fuck. Well,
as
that's the
you
thing is
know,
when
we love
legalization
Big
passed.
Bus, and we cannot lie.
Oh, you other buds can't deny.
I can't finish the rest of that because it's
She ain't got no alibi.
Oh my god. Yeah. So. All right, Curtis. So, what do you got for a good story, man? Let's hear your
Blazing
first-
Asians.
Is this okay? So I know that comic book movie adaptation.
Nope. Context. Here's the context. So,
Okay.
Christopher Kim Jr., who is a influencer, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. He usually goes by Blazing Asian. He is a man who enjoys smoking the ganj and smoking cannabis and presenting his examples and experiences to the world. He has 50,000 online followers, earns roughly $2,000 a month, performing outrageous pot smoking challenges and sparking up with strangers. He made his first money off Instagram when he was 18. He is a 22-year-old college senior now, and he got $25 by linking some CBD company's website. He thought, oh shit, I made money from smoking weed. Something I've been doing my whole life. Hey, something we've tried.
Yeah.
But in his most recent YouTube video, Kim of Bergen County, New Jersey, and a fellow influencer named Spice Dye, or either Spice Dye OG or Spice Eddie OG. Fuck it. They visited Washington Square Park and stuck their heads inside of 5-gallon water jugs rigged to a giant bowl. So basically, it was a giant bowl with two hoses rigged to those fucking 5-gallon water jugs where they cut it, put it over their head, and just gassed out in the park.
Yep. I've seen that. Yep.
So they lit the ganja. They disappeared for about 25 seconds, and then they ripped the jugs off their face, choking, coughing, nearly puking.
Oh, of course. Of course.
So
The spaceman always fucks you up.
He says that the whole experience was pretty intense, and that he got high instantly, but honestly, he smoked a blunt like an hour later.
Well, yeah, I mean, dude, that's I mean, just because you got higher than you've ever been before doesn't mean you shouldn't smoke the blunt.
Of course. Now here's the thing. Kim, who I don't know if this is a joke or what, but after doing that, he admits to smoking at least 4 times a day.
Well, yeah, I mean, you start smoking in the I start smoking in the morning. Then I smoke around lunchtime. I smoke in the afternoon, and then I smoke in the evening.
How much are you smoking in each smoke session?
Oh, I mean, I just start and I don't stop.
Okay, so
Like I smoke in that time frame.
So for his next stunt,
4 times a day.
he claims that he's trying to cut back to spare his lungs irreversible damage. He plans to encase his entire body in a giant empty fish tank and pump it full of smoke, which I have seen done before, and it is intense as fuck, but it's possible. This is very.
That's like, man, it's like, dude, he's like, yeah, man, I'm totally gonna stop working out as much. Just gonna go to the gym later and do like 800 laps, and then do like 800 like squats, and then do like 1,000 fucking bench presses, and then I'm gonna go and make sure like I do some like leg work and some back work, and then and it's like what, dude? Like, dude, literally just said you're gonna cut back. Like, it's like I'm not gonna eat unhealthy food anymore. But when I'm stopping at McDonald's, do you want anything?
I'm done.
Now,
I'm done with sugar. I'm never eating sugar again.
he opens his bullshit joke package.
It's fat.
Fucking grabs a
Fat
Laffy Taffy.
But yeah, now
Straight up though, it's like
the one thing about Kim
I don't want
that
to smoke
is-
him as much. Fish tank.
Yeah, the one thing about Kim's influence status, though, that is mainly noticeable is the fact that he usually goes around just passing out free weed, free joints, free blunts, fucking packages, whatever he's got on him. He'll just go around and pass it out.
He's the person that Dare warned us about.
So,
Yo,
obviously,
man, want some drugs?
so he passes out joints to, fans, people he thinks are cool, people he thinks smokes, or anybody who comes up to the street and passes past with him. For example, 76-year-old Marcia Lothar gladly accepted a free joint as they crossed paths on West 3rd Street just last week in another
Nice.
one of his videos. Of
Oh,
course,
the
there are
Mr.
some...
The Mr. Beast of cannabis.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, there are some fucking negative Nazis who think influencers, specifically influenced with the use of cannabis and THC, are, a menace. They're on... They're,
Menace, a menace.
oh, the stoners are a menace.
Yeah, those weed smoking influencers are a menace.
So, obviously, danger to children, shit like that, which we're not danger to children. We don't fucking...
If you were a
Press
child
X
and
that.
you are listening to this or watching this or imbibing this podcast in any
Fuck
way,
off.
shape, or form, what the fuck are you doing here?
like,
Please
fuck
go
off.
away. This is not for you. It has never been for you, and it won't ever be for you.
Exactly.
Just-
Until you're 18.
just- until you're 18. Then you can come and hang out.
Actually,
But
21.
until then,
Eh.
that's whatever. Just the 18-year legal adult to watch whatever you want. So just fucking that's all we can limit. So
Just fuck off until you don't need to fuck off anymore.
exactly. You'll know.
But yeah, with all of that, he's just trying to enjoy himself, just trying to enjoy his little bit of fame while he can,
Mhm.
fucking be as helpful as he can and start spreading the positivity of cannabis. Obviously, that's his message. He's happy to be doing it. He says one of the main people who really isn't so thrilled with that is his parents. Obviously, being first-generation South Koreans, they were probably expecting a little bit more, but they aren't really thrilled about his stoner's antics. But since he's doing well, they're like, it'll be fine.
Yeah,
Bring in the money.
Yeah, they were hoping he would be like, literally anything else.
They're like, as long as he's making money and working full-time, who the fuck cares? And he's like, I'm just
Exactly.
doing it the way I want to do it.
Yeah, and honestly, spreading positivity through cannabis is absolutely something I can get behind. So
Absolutely.
it's awesome.
Like I said, that's Christopher Kim Jr., aka the Blazing Asian. Check out him on social medias or all that stuff, or check out the story from the New York Post.
Yeah, straight up. If they haven't done that as a superheroes thing though yet, they should definitely get on that. The Blazing Asian would be fucking great. He just comes in, who's here to save the day? Blazing Asian. Oh
They
man,
need to-
today sucks. I'm really bored.
They need
Hey
to make
man,
that-
I've got some joints.
See, they just need to make that a side character for when they make the Blunt Man and Chronic movie.
Absolutely, 100%.
which they need to
100%.
fucking make that. But anyway,
Get on it.
Isaac, what's your next story?
He's chewing a Laffy
Mm.
Taffy, so these mms are to buy time.
So,
So,
okay. So this one is in my notes. Is called. Nope. Sticking with the theme, like I said. This one is called Dumbass Mother.
Dumbass.
I call this Dumbass Mother.
Dumbass mother. Okay.
A mother
Dumbass
in a
mother.
mother in Albuquerque, New Mexico, is being charged with child neglection
Ye-
after her 2-year-old daughter was admitted to the local hospital because she overdosed on her mother's THC gummies. Other than reacting to pain, court records show the 2-year-old was also unresponsive. The mother told police the gummies were in her purse. And when she went to the bathroom and came back, the child eaten 3 to 5 gummies. A statement was made after that by New Mexico's Regulation of Licensing Department Deputy Superintendent. Holy fuck.
Man, anybody who leaves that shit in the reach of a 2-year-old, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, if it's in your purse, put your purse up on the table. They can't reach.
Well, the
Not even
deputy superintendent
any-
of whatever the fuck I just said.
Any
said
child
they-
under the age of 13 who doesn't understand what drugs really are,
Yeah.
that stuff should not be within anywhere of a reach within them because they're just gonna go up to it and think it's candy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
exactly.
it's a normal gummy stack or something like that.
What?
Fucking
the-
lucky
It's
that they
easy,
only
yeah,
ate
it's yeah.
2 or 3 or however many because,
Kid,
if a
that
full
kid,
package has like 10 or 12 of them, kids will eat
not
the whole
not
thing.
not to like break the mood or anything, but that kid was probably stoned as fuck.
Oh, so what?
I mean, they were unresponsive, so.
Well, I know I am too when I eat too many edibles.
But,
Like if I eat too many edibles, I remember one time I was laying in a hammock and my stepdad was there and he was like, "Hey, you okay?" I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm just really high." And he's like, "You want to come with me down to like this down to the music?" I was like, "No, I'm just gonna lay here." He's like, "You sure?" I was like, "Yeah, man." And like literally, the only thing I could move was my mouth.
Now, here's the thing: if or is there any more to the story?
Yeah, is there more to that? Like, yeah.
God damn it! I just put one in. Well, there was a statement made by the Regulation and Licensing Department of New Mexico. The deputy superintendent said that we really worked hard to make sure that we have rules in place when it comes to packaging. A 2-year-old can't read. Anyway, they also said that we are
No, I
working
think they
hard.
mean in regards to like safety for opening the packaging, because like packages, like even with like this one has like a
Or
Ziploc.
is that did he
And, like-
specifically say a 2-year-old can't read?
No, I said that.
Okay.
Yeah,
But
because if he said that,
he,
then I was like,
he continues to say we are working hard to ensure that THC-infused products are properly packaged, including labels, child-proof containers, and omitting artwork that may appeal to children. The mother was released on her own recognizance, whatever the fucking word is.
recognizance. It basically means she's allowed to watch herself.
English. The judge ordered her to no drugs, alcohol, or cannabis of any kind. A preliminary hearing has also been set for her for the next 60 days.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, well, I mean, it makes sense because honestly, ultimately, she is responsible for making sure that her kid doesn't get access to her cannabis products. Like, it's like if it's in your purse and the kid knows it's in your purse, they're gonna fucking take it thinking it's candy.
As I
think-
called the section, dumbass mother.
I think
Yeah.
that the punishment for this, if this is a first-time offense, and if there are no other, mind you, strictly under these circumstances of first-time offense, and there are no other problems with parent-child,
Yeah, because it's not like
Article-
this is a regular abuse situation.
Exactly.
This is a kid. A kid made a fucking stupid mistake as a kid,
Article
and a
doesn't state
parent
it.
made a very stupid
and
mistake.
a parent
as
made a
parent.
stupid mistake as well. But it wasn't
So-
like ultimately abusive.
What I think
Yeah, no, the
that should
article didn't
require-
state it at all.
Yeah, what I think that should require is a relatively hefty fine, like minimum $500 or so, and then because obviously, I would say minimum 250 because you don't want to break the bank or anything like that.
Maybe
And obviously-
counseling and probation. Just make it so she can't go like she can't have cannabis or alcohol for.
Well, that's what they said. She
Years.
can't have any. She can't. The
Well-
judge ordered her no drugs, alcohol, or cannabis of any kind.
for the
Yeah.
60 days until her hearing.
Yeah.
So once they have the preliminary hearing, then they'll have that.
But I
figured
think
out.
just giving
But I
her
think this-
probation for like a year or something like that, where it's like
I-
no alcohol or cannabis or whatever.
And also, I think this warrants Child Protective Services to step in just to observe for a year and make sure that if this is going to happen...
Go ninja, go
unless-
ninja, go!
Go!
Go ninja, go ninja, go!
Go!
Go ninja,
Mm.
go
Sure, that
ninja,
also
go!
has
Go!
to be
Go!
taken.
Go!
If
Go!
cannabis is
Go!
still allowed, then
Okay.
make sure that
I wish I had a
it's
shell to
locked
spin on
up,
right now.
not
Um,
allowed to get your child.
but okay.
Y'all just got shell
Yeah,
shocked.
it's supposed
Yeah.
to
So
be
next,
on her ass,
And
so.
whatever you,
We have
whatever
Teenage
you
Mutant
do,
Ninja Turtles,
just don't
or
lock them up,
TMNT,
'cause it's fucking
the new
pointless.
ones, directed by Michael Bay.
But
Pointless.
point is, CPS will
Solid action.
step in,
Michael
probably
Bay,
observe
it's
for
an
a little
explosion.
bit,
What do you
probably have you on
expect?
trial, but after
But they
years,
fucked
there's
up
no
on
other
pretty much
cases
everything else
See.
except
that, then they'll probably
Shredder, Bebop,
There's
the
also
Rocksteady.
a related
C for
story
speed.
news that the
C-
article mentioned
C for speed.
About
C
a little-
for speed.
I think a month. or
C for,
two before this happened.
Can't get the characters right.
Yeah, C
in
for
high-
can't
there's a
get the
high
character.
school, a kid brought
Can't get
in
the other characters right.
some
They
gummies,
fucking nailed the turtles in
and he
this one,
shared
and
them
I
around
liked how
with,
they
like,
gave them solid
14 of the
differentiating
students.
personalities.
Oh my
Where,
God.
oh, I agree. In the original ones, they all
It
look
didn't
the
say-
same,
I
other
don't-
than
I
the
don't
fucking
remember,
color
I
and the
can't
weapons.
pull it up
But
because if I
they
pull
have
up-
such
if I
different
pull up any
personality
They're
of
very
them,
different, yeah.
Peter says, "Hey,
But
I'm gonna die."
then again, they're all
But
completely CGI
I think
too,
it's just a
so
browser.
you can do whatever you want.
That
Top
sounds
or
All right.
whatever.
So now, before we get to our last one,
Yeah.
Sounds like the
we have
first
the
lot of
honorable
shitty
mentions that we were
pieces
talking
I
about
saw.
last time.
Yes, honorable
Adrian
mentions.
Brody.
So-
all I
Honorable
remember was
mentions.
Adrian Brody
The first
was
of the
like
honorable
major
mentions on the
drug
list, I
dealer.
would like to say, is Fat
Two
Albert.
friends who were friends in elementary
Fat
school
Albert.
grew
The reason
up
why
in
they-
high school,
yeah.
decided to get back together again.
We'll say a quick opinion on the movie itself, but then we will say what we can. So the quick opinion, I liked this movie growing up, and I thought it was funny and an interesting take, and I like to keep it in top 10.
Yeah, I'd say probably put it into B tier.
If we
If I was
were
gonna-
to put it
if we
into
were gonna rank it, I'd probably put it into B tier, but we're not
we
ranking it.
can't
Yeah,
because Bill Cosby.
Bill Cosby. He is very
Um,
firmly affiliated with. I think he made
or invented that character. So,
He invented, made the
Yeah.
character, and he's also in the movie and was a producer.
yeah. So, because of Bill Cosby, we can't really. We're not really going to do that one.
Yeah.
Honorable mention though, because the movie was good. And
My only
Exactly.
problem is
Same with that
Why the
is
fuck
going
you
to be
watching
the
AJ Bro?
live action Fairly Odd Parents.
Hmm.
Yeah.
They're all a little
Adrian,
weird.
bro.
Fucking, I
Do you not see the
thought it was
nose? I
interesting
got a
how
rat
they did
found.
it, and I liked how they brought some characters in and whatnot. But
I want to.
all in all, I don't think they were that great of live action movies.
Yeah, neither
Oh,
did
my
I. And also, Drake
But no, that's like-
inappropriate
that's straight up,
texting
like-
Bell was in them, so
That is
we
straight
can't
up
really.
ridiculous,
Again,
though, like the fact
not gonna
that
comment.
fucking, like,
Yeah.
that
So
could happen.
it gets
So,
on.
you
It gets so it
just
gets
don't
an
rock
honorable
rock,
mention.
whatever it is. Just
Yep.
that's all I'm
But,
saying. Just don't
but again, we
fucking
didn't
throw
wanna put it on the
more
list.
people in fucking jail.
And finally is going to be Inspector Gadget, both 1 and 2. Again, fantastic films, great movie based on the source material. For the time, decent effects, and it was wacky, it was fun, it was interesting.
Maybe-
Did terrify
maybe
me a
have
little bit as a
investigation,
child,
yeah.
but
Yeah, a little
I got
bit
used to
scary,
it.
but it was still cool.
But again, we can't because this time is Matthew Broderick.
On August 5th, 1987, while driving a rented BMW 316 in Einskill in Northern Ireland,
Let it
Broderick
go,
crossed into
let
the
it
wrong
go,
lane and collided
the
head-on with
kid
the
won't
Volvo.
eat
The driver
no
and her
more.
mother were immediately killed.
well, that's it.
He killed 2 people.
All right,
So
my
that's
next
kind of...
news story actually is musical. Actually, I'm glad we.
Nothing
came
he's
into it with
murder,
the musical
but
language.
No, that was the-
it's not. It's not.
It was a bad thing.
That's right, because
No, like
we
that, I don't
changed
know.
the
Yeah.
lyrics and
He
we
just
won't
did a
get
bad
copyrighted
thing.
on that one.
Yeah.
Disney will
Hopefully he
find a way
regrets the
though.
thing he did.
Is he,
Funny enough, I'm
I don't know.
Finds a way.
Not my comment. Anyway, again, honorable mentions for the good ones that had some.
That's
shit.
fucking
And we know there was some
actually kind of scary.
controversy and
But
shit like that between a whole bunch
something
of
else
fucking
that's
people who
kinda
were in a
scary,
lot of these movies.
is
But
one of
those
our
ones
favorite
are.
musicians of all
They stood
time.
out
little
to us as
obvious.
kind of... Yeah, they stood out to us as
That's
kind
right.
of a little bit
All
like...
of ours.
oh.
All 3 of us love him, even though Isaac doesn't smoke. He
Yeah.
loves him.
So
Yeah.
that
Afro
leaves us
Man.
with the final ranking that we have on our list for us
Yeah.
today.
We were just mentioning him earlier.
Oh,
Literally,
5 and
Labs,
2
yeah.
seconds.
Yep,
Yeah.
he was,
Second-
he was a
or
part of
our
the
last one that we have on the list today,
general
and that
consciousness
is
of the world. So
Ben
Afro
10.
Man. Now
the movie.
his home was raided recently by
Shadow
police.
Mm.
No, not
Uh,
Raid Shadow Legends, the sponsor of the. No,
See,
sure,
they
they're
did
not
the best they
sponsor, but
could.
hey, I will be a corporate shill. Fucking.
I mean, they could have cast a better
But
actor.
So is
And they
this
could have written a
Brad
better
Reed?
story.
similar.
The
similar.
graphics,
cops
the
were
vis-
like,
the
yeah,
visuals
cops
could
were
have-
like.
F? Is this an F?
But
It's
essentially,
can't be an F.
It's Ben 10.
And they said that
I know, but it can't be an F
we spoke
because
to Afro Man Monday on TMZ Live,
This
and he
can't
told
be
us
F.
that cops
It can't,
took
you're
trace
right.
amounts of some joints
because
along
it
with
started
a
with
vape
an alien
and some
that
hemp
did what
that he
it
had.
did.
But
So anyway.
mostly what he's upset about is not the loss of property, but the force
I
that they
love it.
used and the
okay,
amount of
yes,
damage
C
that
tier.
they did to his
C,
home.
C. We'll give it a C.
Just the first one.
So
Anything that
basically,
came after that
it-
was absolute
Wait, where
trash.
the fuck did he live?
Terrible.
No,
Straight up.
this is actually funny.
There you go.
It was originally from Palmdale,
Wait a minute.
obviously, but
Wasn't
now
there
he lives in
another
Ohio.
movie that came out? It was
Okay, so that makes sense.
Look at me.
shit. I feel like it was like a live action movie.
It's
Yeah.
Like
Afro
the
Man, bro.
animated show was really good.
Alright, it seems odd. But
I think
basically, Aquaman's weekend was capped off by a lot of police activity because his house got raided by some law enforcement. Apparently, they were there on.
No, I'm just thinking of the new Avatar movies that are
they
coming
busted
out
down the
by
door
George
with
Cam-
guns,
or
yeah.
James Cameron.
Oh, yeah.
And,
Those are gonna be the
I don't know
ones
what
that-
I was
wasn't
thinking for
home
the other
at the
one,
time.
but
Yeah,
yeah,
then
obviously they've
away
never
from his
made.
home.
Yeah, I know
the
that
Adam
they,
County
the
Sheriff's
animated,
Department
like
burst into
the
his
Avatar and the
property,
Legend of
with the
Korra.
guns
Those are
drawn,
amazing.
shouting
Those are brilliant, but
orders.
they haven't done a
Oh
lot.
yeah, those are amazing.
Said they were
Yeah, those are
searching
amazing
for
series,
narcotics
but completely
and-
I would
unrelated to
love,
what I was
I would
thinking about.
love
Any-
to see a live action one that's like true to the kind of
But,
like world in the cartoon.
Afro
Like that'd
Man's
be
gonna
so
weed,
cool.
not
Alright.
electronics.
I would
I got
love
one
to
other
see any form
Yep.
of fucking
Frozen, I'm just
Avatar: The Last
I
Airbender
got one
on
Yeah.
a fucking live action
why
film
is everyone
on
there
screen.
looking
Especially
It would be
directed by
great.
somebody who really understood the story and the
I have
characters,
no
right?
idea, bro. Maybe it's cheaper.
Absolutely, like
fish smell in the morning.
oh,
Yeah.
and totally,
Yeah.
hopefully
I don't
somebody
know
who
about
would,
that. We live right next to
cast culturally appropriate actors
Hmm.
and kind of read the source material so
What a
that way they
lady.
know exactly what they're dealing
but I'm
with.
not
Yeah,
100%
and wouldn't
sure.
it like make it the worst
he
movie
moved
of
there a
all
couple years
time
ago, I
if they
think,
had it
but,
so that the main
he says he's
character is
not
actually
sure,
referred to
why they
Aang
were
as Ong?
looking why they thought he might be stashing
Like the
illicit
whole movie,
substances
like they
because
just
all
called
he
him
had on hand
Ong,
was
like
a,
Gong.
a
I don't
instead of
even know
calling him
why.
Aang.
pen.
I don't even know why anybody would fucking do that. Like,
But
that
yeah,
would just
like-
be the fucking most stupidest
I know.
fucking piece of shit,
Like-
stupid ass fucking
Yeah, you'd
dumbass.
expect
I'd
there to be,
better
like,
just
a
crawl
lot
out
of
my mom's
yeah.
ass type bullshit I'd ever seen.
Exactly.
That's
I
what
don't
I'm
know
saying.
who would
He was in
approve
Chicago
that.
at the time,
I'm just
but he
wondering,
was
like,
surrounded by
if
his
that would be
neighbors
like a
who
thing.
got
Like, I wonder
videos
if
and
they'd do
photographs of
that.
the
Like, because
raid.
it's like Hollywood's
And,
weird, man. But I think
he's
hopefully we would get a
basically
director that would
pissed
do
off
that.
because
Like, there
he
would
thinks that
never.
he was profiled.
Like, and the
Oh, yeah.
producers, and if the director wanted to, the producers would step
That's
in
been
and
happening
say,
a lot lately.
"Whoa, his name is Zhang," you know.
Fucking music.
I'll call
That's
him
been
that.
happening a lot lately.
You know.
Yeah. Somebody.
Yeah.
Obviously, they would also give some sort of get some sort of consultation from the people who created it. I mean, I'm sure they would love to have some sort of input on,
Exactly.
you know,
Yeah.
their work.
It's been like that with a
And
lot of
I'm also
rappers.
sure that
After
the director
one
wouldn't
rapper
cut out every single
back in, like,
joke
2013
from the entire movie,
got arrested
specifically
because
by
he rated
order,
himself
saying
on
remove
the
all of the
song.
jokes from this movie
And
that's
when they
supposed to be
raided-
based
and
on
when they
a
raided
somewhat
the studio,
children's
they found,
cartoon
like, a
that's
bunch of
funny
guns.
most of the time,
Oh
and
yeah,
people
because
relate
he
to
was
that.
like,
Cut it out,
Exactly.
cut it out of the movie.
Just
That's
make
real,
it
Google it.
just completely dry and completely serious.
Yeah,
Is
make
how
it
this
as
whole
serious
movie
as
is
you can.
supposed to
types
be.
of guns, so they went
Yeah, make it.
And then-
Ahsoka, he's a funny character, right? Let's make it so just the whole movie, all he is confused
Like
the
he's
entire
literally
time
saying
and doesn't
he
tell a
owns
single
these
joke.
guns, and
That's
we
the
found
other
these
thing.
guns.
They absolutely wouldn't call him Soka. Fucking.
No,
it's
no,
clearly
no.
It's
it's
probably straight
Sokka.
It's-
I mean,
yeah.
why would they call him Soka and Ong?
Oh,
But keep Katara completely fine.
August 15th.
I know,
It was
right?
literally released like
That would just be
They would never do
fucking
that. They wouldn't do that.
silly. Just
That wouldn't
absolutely
They
silly.
were gonna listen.
But no,
to
they
that.
haven't
done
done
that,
that.
Copyright
But I
strike.
don't think they had a cartoon
There might
version
be
of the
a
James
possibility
Cameron
that, like,
Avatar
in the
movies, so I
song
don't think
he
that would
says
make this
something
list.
where
But
the
maybe
song
that'll
is
make a
like,
tier list in the
I
future
got
for buds
so
like this
much
one.
weed in my house.
Absolutely.
man,
If
I
you
got
like
a
tier
lot
lists
of
like
really,
this,
really
please
good weed
let us
in my
know.
house.
Any of
I
our
buy
social
whole
media,
beds
comments
made of
down
weed.
below, Discord, whatever it
Whole
is.
beds made of
This was
weed.
All
actually
of it.
kind of fun. I enjoyed doing
The
this.
cops will never
Yeah,
raid
fuck
my
right. Yeah,
house
this is
because I
amazing,
don't
man. We
have
can
a lock
definitely
on
do
my
a more
front
tier
door.
list in the future.
Doesn't
Maybe we'll do like a
record
video
evidence
game
either.
tier list or something like that in the coming future. But if you buds like this, like Curtis said, comment down below, hit us up on Discord or any of our socials, and yeah, that'd be fucking real cool.
Absolutely. I'd go over it, but fuck it.
Watch the video on YouTube.
Yeah, go to our YouTube. Fucking
Right there.
Scroll
That was
all the way
actually
to
really
the
bad.
end. We'll get the
bad
view
vibes,
for
though.
it.
I'm not gonna
You
lie.
get to see what the end result of
another-
the tier list was. It's all great. It's all
rapper that got
fantastic.
arrested
I'm way
Yeah.
too hyped for this
because
shit.
of his
Speaking of which, I can
writing
get higher.
was
Me too.
W. Melly
Nice. Well,
And a
I got a
song-
bong packed right here.
came out with.
Ready to
I got a
go.
bong
One of his
packed right
songs
here.
that actually blew him up and
Ready
made
to
him
go?
famous.
And
It's about
Buds
him
at home, hopefully you join
killing
us
his best
one
friend.
last time on this glorious, glorious episode
Which actually happened.
as we about to do something, but in order for us to do something, hopefully you have
Yeah.
something.
But
Hopefully you have your
ultimately,
bongs packed, your bowls packed, your
ultimately,
joints
it
rolled,
looks
your
like,
blunts rolled, your vapes ready, your roof ready, whatever your proper medical receptacle
It looks
is.
like,
Or
Afro Man's
if you
home
have
was
some
raided,
edibles,
and,
make sure you take them now,
he's
before,
trying to
later,
file a civil
eat them
lawsuit
all.
now
It does
against
not
the
matter.
county for
It is
doing
time.
I can see
Bub-
why now. I just went on
oh,
Instagram for the behind
It's
the
time too.
scenes, and it's
Blaze it.
a fucking bottle
Toke,
of
toke,
whiskey,
toke, toke.
a mason jar full of weed, and then a table with probably a pound and a half, 2 pounds of weed on it. Sitting there, like one of
Do you-
those fold-up card tables. Just an Instagram
When I think
video
of-
while he's smoking a blunt.
When I think of Afro Man's house,
Mm. Damn, that was
I feel like if
tasty.
you walked in, looked at a dining room table, it's like Tony
Damn,
Montana's desk full with weed.
No, Curtis almost died.
That's ridiculous.
I also found a picture
I
of
inhaled
him
and it went up
wearing-
into my nose and tried to exhale while I was inhaling.
Oh dear God,
It's him holding a cup with a pot leaf,
Curtis almost died.
wearing a button-down shirt with a whole bunch of pot leaves on
Uh-huh.
it, and it's green.
I got a
and
milky
white
bong.
checkerboards.
Oh
A whole
no,
bunch of pot
Badass.
leaf shit,
the worst.
standing in front of.
I'm not a bitch. I got this.
Monk on fish market.
Go on, ladies.
That's funny.
Oh, fuck. Ow.
Pretty sure.
Gross.
That's not the
Gross.
caption. I'm gonna be.
That was
upset.
worse.
Ew. Stale.
I can't see that.
All right, buds. Well, thank you very much for hanging out with us for this episode. Remember to go downstairs, like, comment, subscribe, share this with all of your
How is
buds
there no
hanging out
caption to
all
this?
around in any place
Oh,
that
yeah,
you can
no
find
That's
them.
the caption.
Absolutely. Check out the
Nice.
links. Check out everywhere. Fucking be sure to like, follow any place
That's
that you
magnificent,
can.
dude.
And
That's magnificent.
as always, we're gonna roll one for the
Love it.
road,
Way to
and
go,
we are going
Afro
to
Man.
see you next week. Hopefully, here.
But straight up,
on the
yeah.
Good
So
Buds
that's my
podcast.
other story. It's
Later,
a little bit
buds.
musical related.
Later.
It's,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, it's tragic, man. His house got damaged. Apparently, the door was kicked right off the hinges. There's a picture here in the article, and his door literally was just broken right off the fucking door frame. So
Oh, if he was He was in Chicago this whole time.
He was in Chicago, yeah.
Did they just leave his door open and walked away? After the raid?
Yeah. Oh yeah. They more than likely. Well, his neighbors were there to kind of check it.
Just imagine, bro. You're just walking down the street, you just see his door open. Is that Afro Man's house?
Wait a minute. Is that dude? What? That dude? His
Okay.
walls are painted green, and he's got a checkerboard green and white floor pattern. That's got to be Afro Man's house.
Get his platinum records! Get his platinum records!
Raid the safe! Raid the safe! What's the
I want his
combination?
fucking
420,
wardrobe. Get out of
420.
here. I want his fucking wardrobe. Get the fuck out of the way. I'm going for the closets, man. That man got some fucking flashy clothes. And they're all weed related.
Yeah.
And they're green and black and white, man. That's classy on anyone.
All right.
But yeah, no, straight up. Love that dude. But I think it's Isaac's turn, right? Isaac,
I did my last one.
or no, Curtis, it's your turn.
Oh, I'm all out of stories.
Okay.
Isaac's all out of stories.
It is Curtis's turn, and now it is time for the eerie glow in the sky.
Aliens?
So, an eerie glow in the sky confuses an Australian town. And just based on the picture,
I already know exactly where this is
it's
going, but
pretty
keep
fucking
going.
confusing. So, a pink glow lit up the evening sky above an Australian town on Wednesday, prompting local woman Tammy to wonder if the apocalypse had arrived. It's just being a cool, calm mom telling the kids there's nothing to worry about. But in my head, I'm like, what the hell is that? Fucking, it stunned locals like her initially, fucking, who thought, asteroid, alien invasion. Mom's on the phone with dad in the background going, I better hurry up and eat my tea because the world's ending. And mom's like,
tea?
what's the point of eating your tea? The world's ending. And I'm sitting over here like, what the fuck do they mean eating your tea? Goddamn Australians.
Your big
Hold
spiders.
on 1 second. 1 second. 1 second before you continue. I need to drink this chip.
Solid. I need to eat this Baja Blast. Alright, that's done. So,
I need to exhale.
I gotta fart now.
And I need to burp.
Oh, he peed.
Oh, that was a little bit forceful on that one.
A little bit of pee came out.
You popped the blood vessel.
What is that? What does that entail?
Yeah, on which end?
Yes.
So another local, Nikea champion. Badass.
Is that
name.
like, dude? That's like a mix between IKEA and Nike.
And champion.
Our first thought was that it was a really bright red moon.
Right.
Yeah.
Before realizing that the light was coming from the ground. All these end of the world scenarios were going through her head. Obviously, Stranger Things had just came out, so she's like, "What the hell is this? Is it like a promotional thing for that, or is the Upside Down coming inside out, or whatever the fuck?"
I don't get it. I never seen it.
Now, both women, to their amusement, were completely wildly off base, and thank God there's no world-ending
course.
scenario in Australia. Even though the picture is fucking gorgeous, just like
Oh no, it is. I've seen it personally, and this is how I knew what you were going to talk about. I'll let you finish what it is, but I've seen it
No.
personally, and I'll talk about it after you actually like.
I'll say it because
Once you get
obviously it's
there.
a cannabis podcast, so obviously it was a cannabis farm. That was what
Yeah.
it was. It was like emanating from a cannabis farm.
Yeah, because overnight they keep on the pink, purple,
Yeah.
pink lights.
If they need them for whatever.
Yeah, for that
Process it
stage of
is.
flowering. Yeah.
So the medical cannabis was legalized in Australia in 2016, but recreational use of the drug is banned. So since then, some 260,000 prescriptions have been barely approved by Australian regulators for a variety of illnesses. The most common reason for the prescription was chronic pain, followed by anxiety and sleep disorders, according to data from the Health Department of Australia. The number of prescriptions approved has doubled since 2019, with the majority of applications coming from the state of Queensland, but charges for possession remain high, with 71,151 people prosecuted for cannabis-related crimes in 2018 to 2019.
It's almost like people are gonna smoke weed whether you let them or not.
Exactly, and it's almost like if you just open it up to half the public, the rest of the public will start smoking weed more. So you might as well just open it up to the whole public.
Yeah, it's weird, but yeah, that's pretty.
So few growing facilities actually exist, and their locations are top secret for security reasons. Obviously, you know. But the cat's out of the bag for this farm, as the reddish tinged lights fucking popped up through the fucking clouds, completely blacked out, hit the clouds, and just did this beautiful fucking pink umbra across the sky. A couple pictures have been taken.
Yeah, it happens. There has to be specific weather conditions for it. Like that's like
This
I've
one
only
had
seen
a
it
nice-
once.
Yeah, this had a nice overcast, a little bit of like fog, and maybe a slight bit of mist, I would say, but
Yeah.
it's definitely prevalent. Obviously the townspeople and them were happy, and you know, thank God it wasn't actually any
Yeah, glad the
problem.
world wasn't ending.
And this isn't an illegal farm. This is a medical farm that's completely okay. It's completely legal, but it's just outside of the town, and nobody knew it was there. Well, now they know.
Now they know.
The weather conditions
but-
were just perfectly right
Yeah.
for it to be outed. So
Because the time that I saw it, it wasn't a cannabis farm though. It's funny because it was a plant that's oftentimes joked about being similar to cannabis. It was tomatoes. Because near here, there's a company called the Denhan produce company, and they grow a lot of tomatoes, and they have a large scale greenhouse operation like a town over from where I live.
Yeah.
And one time, and only one time, in the entire time that I've driven past it, I've seen that exact thing where the sky and everything was like this beautiful hue of pink, like purpley pink, and it was fucking like, I was like, what the fuck is that at first? But then I was like, oh, it's the lights from the greenhouses or whatever, like that kind of shit. But man, it was beautiful to look at. Like it didn't make me think end of the world. It made me think like, wow, like that's some cool shit going on. Whatever's over there right now is cool. Like
well,
I wasn't panicking.
in all fairness, it looks cool, but at the same time, at first glance, if you didn't know and if you hadn't seen it beforehand, and it just suddenly appeared at night on a walk or on a drive
Yeah.
or something.
And you didn't know that they did that kind of thing with greenhouses? Like if you didn't know that greenhouses used lights at night that were very bright, like they're UV lights, so they're made to be like fucking, it's during the flowering stage of plants. So you want to give them lots of light. So basically they put on UV lights, and they're purple because it's just the easiest way to put out UV
Exactly.
for
and
humans,
it's
you know?
easiest way to put it out, and it's the easiest way for them to take it in. They enjoy
Exactly.
it.
Yeah.
So, with that,
Oddly enough, green light will actually kill your plants. But sorry, go ahead.
So with that, the farm was exposed, everyone was relieved, got a good chuckle out of it, and now all the local cannabis thieves know where to try to hit.
Yeah, and now when the Inside Out actually does come into the play, then people will just be like, oh, it's just another grow up. Yeah. Sean Astin.
So,
Julio,
with
Gangster's
that,
Paradise.
Shank, do you have any more stories?
I do.
Did you say you got to the last one?
Yeah,
Alright,
Isaac
then-
has covered his. Okay, yeah. But I do indeed have one more story. It's my final story for the evening that I've got ready. And what it is, it's about it's a Florida story. So you know it's gonna be good.
Florida man fucks an alligator.
Actually, this time it's Florida bride
Ooh,
and her accomplice, caterer.
Florida caterer.
Yeah, Florida bride and Florida caterer have been arrested after unsuspecting wedding guests eat cannabis-laced food. J'accuse. So, a Florida bride barely got a chance to enjoy her nuptials after being arrested and accused of lacing her wedding food with marijuana and serving it to unsuspecting guests. Her name, Dana Glennie, who's the one getting married, and her name is Dana, like Dayna. That's an interesting
DNA.
name.
And
Like
Dana White.
Yeah, Dana White. Yeah, just like Dana, yeah, similar, except he doesn't have a Y, I think, right? He's just Dana, isn't he?
I
Danya.
think he has an eye.
Danya. Das Vidanya. Yeah, that's what it
Finish
is.
the cough.
But finish the cough. And her caterer, Jocelyn Bryant, were charged with tampering, culpable negligence, and delivery of cannabis.
Delivery.
So some yeah, the delivery. That's right. Well, I mean,
it
it
was
is
a delivery. It was DiGiorno.
Well, to be fair, it was a caterer, so
DiGiorno.
yeah, it was DiGiorno. But deputies responded to a wedding ceremony in Longwood on February 19th after multiple guests reported feeling weird. One guest told officials that he felt like he had drugs inside him after eating food and drinking wine.
Help! I have drugs inside me.
I
don't have hands.
I feel like I have drugs inside me.
Help! I don't have hands.
Help!
Where
I
are
don't
they?
have hands. Where are my hands?
Somebody help.
How'd you dial the phone, sir? Oh, I dialed them with my fingers. And where are your fingers? Well, they're on my. Oh, they're back.
Oh my God, they're back.
Oh my God, you're an angel.
Thank you so much. Where are you located?
Oh my God.
Oh, you're an angel.
Oh my God. Oh, you're an angel.
It's like that. It's like that one video I could think. Like I love seeing. It's just like so. It's like, hello, number one. What's your she? Oh, I was just calling to see how illegal meth is.
You're what? Oh, I just wanted to see how much trouble you can get in with cooking meth. You just hear keyboard typing. Is this a Bill? No, he's not here. The police are on their way, Bill. Ah, fiddlesticks. All right, I'll talk to you later.
Oh, fiddlesticks.
Goddamn paradise PD.
Oh my God. But so another person was quoted as saying, "I thought I was having a heart attack. My heart was racing before I went to bed that night. I actually slept in my car on site." Apparently, the same person told the outlet that another friend at the wedding had asked, "Are we stoned right now?" Some guests were vomiting and complaining of stomach pains, unfortunately, because I mean, obviously, when you eat edibles and you're not expecting it, you know, they can kind of fuck with your tummy tums.
Yeah.
Or if you eat too much.
Well, exactly.
Exactly. But yeah.
Right? Basically, the detectives took food items from the wedding, including chocolate-covered strawberries, pudding shot desserts, and lasagna to have them tested. Fox 35 is where this came from. Reported that.
Cannabis-infused lasagna?
I would fucking shit my pants metaphorically and probably literally if I ever had a chance to have cannabis lasagna. I love lasagna. Like, pasta cake is the best kind of cake, except for ice cream cake. It goes ice cream cake, pasta cake, regular cake. And so, like, if I could have like weed pasta cake, oh my God, I'd fucking shit. I'd be so happy.
Yeah,
I'd be so happy.
It's incredible. And that honestly gives me idea for fucking wedding.
Carb, tomato, meat, cheese.
Yes. But that also gives ideas for wedding. You have all your fucking normal food and shit like that, and then at the very end of the buffet, you have a fucking sign that says, "Hey, go that way if you want a very special treat and you're over the age of 21."
Yeah.
And then you go to the back room, and there's just this little tiny table, fucking
with edibles
on it, guarded by somebody to block out the kids and anybody else who's not allowed back there.
Yeah, exactly.
You want an edible? There you go. Happy wedding.
There you go. Happy wedding. Well, actually, it's like some people now are their weddings having weed bars, so you can actually go to you can just go up and there's somebody tending to the weed bar, and you can be like, "Yeah, I want to join them for like that," and they'll roll you a joint and just give it to you.
I would like a joint of Girl Scouts cookies.
Oh, got some right here, sir. I'll roll it up right now.
See, the shitty part about that is, if I ever got married, I would want to be the person to do that, rather than hire somebody else.
Dude, no, it'd be great because what you could do is get one of your friends to do it, like like that likes to smoke weed. They could literally just stand there and smoke as many joints as they want.
See, if you think about it,
like,
if I
just
was
like
behind the
handing
counter,
joints to people.
if I was behind the counter, you would still have enough to sell.
We don't want to sell it though. We just want to give it.
I'm not gonna take any. It's more for you at the end because you obviously get first dibs.
And Isaac would get major tips.
It's true.
Oh,
especially if we got him to do it shirtless with a bow tie like the Chippendale dancers. Oh my God.
I have a plan. Give people wristbands, and based on the color of the wristbands will be based on the level of both
the quality of cannabis that they get.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you get purple, you're getting the stuff that's purple. If you're down at orange,
You're either getting sativa or indica. You gotta choose before you come in.
Exactly. You're getting.
Me and Curtis just walk. Me Me and Curtis just walking around with rainbows.
Admins.
Yeah, admin. Yeah, the gold admin bracelets.
Sir,
That'd be
give
so
me
great.
a new vape. This one is
Yeah,
dull.
Yeah, new vape. Yeah, give me a new vape. This one is dull.
Bring in the Chem OG.
But yeah, ultimately with this story though, 2 months later, the cops came back and did arrest both the caterer and the bride after finding in their investigation that they were involved with putting the cannabis into the food. And one of the person that had spoken earlier said, "I don't know why. I think it's the biggest question of all in our minds." Speaking with some of the family members, they just want an explanation.
I want an
Like,
explanation.
why the fuck would you do that?
Who's the
Right.
fucking rat
Why
for
just
one?
not say. Why do it? And
All
not
of
say
them. Well, dude, that's the thing is if you're feeding like 30 people fucking weed without them knowing it, like
That's
guaranteed,
poisoning people.
yeah, guaranteed, some of them are gonna get really fucked up. Even if all of them smoke weed regularly and shit like that, some of them just might not have been prepared for an edible. And like
What if I
fucking
just got done doing
yeah.
the podcast or some shit like that? Like I'm already high as fuck, shit like that.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right. Oh, you want to give me some food? Oh, that was a 200 milligram fucking lasagna.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, here's some lasagna, Curtis. Like, and it's just like one of those microwave tray type like size portions of lasagna, and it's got like fucking like 500 fucking milligrams of THC in the whole thing, and you're only supposed to eat like a
portion.
and you're supposed to eat, and you're only supposed to eat like a little portion of it. But like Curtis is just like, fuck yeah, fucking gonna munch down on some lasagna.
I think if Curtis knew there was 500 milligrams inside of it, he would still eat it.
Oh yeah,
I
even if he
would,
knew,
but
he'd be like,
I don't think it would
I'm
matter.
about to get fucked up.
Here's lasagna with 500 milligrams, Curtis. Fuck it.
That's gonna be sitting there.
Eat it all. Eat it all, Curtis.
Do it.
Eat it all. Do it.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Man versus
if you have some
food.
online fucking contacts onto where I can get a 500 milligram lasagna, I would love to get that link. Please
Dude, make
drop
your
it
own.
wherever you can. I know I could make my own, but I want to give the buds a chance to comment, like.
That's true.
share,
Yeah, if we can.
subscribe.
Yeah, that's true. Because if we can order that, then
I want to
be
support
amazing.
small business.
yeah.
Someone out there.
Even
is
if
just
even
making-
if it's a big business, I don't even care. If it's some fucking giant corporation, I don't just put me out.
Somebody on Etsy is just making little trays of 500 milligram lasagnas that you just pop in the microwave, like
Yep.
Stofers.
Pop it like it's a
Oh my
perk
God.
30.
Stoners,
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Stoners Bistro.
I'm trying to get that Stoner's French bread pizza.
Ooh, that'd be good. Garlic can of butter.
That's the only thing that's a cannabis on it, is the
No.
garlic butter.
Yeah,
No?
you could fucking make the cheese.
Put it in the
the
dough.
Sauce. The dough.
Pepperoni.
They'd have to hand make their own.
Just
pepperoni.
roll nugs
See-
up, roll
see-
nug, do a stuffed crust, and just stuff it with nugs.
See, instead of pepper or the fucking green. Yeah, it's
Just mix-
paprika. And just
They just mix THC crystals in with the garlic powder.
Yeah.
the
So
the
it's
tomato sauce is replaced with fucking dabs
Exactly.
with tomato sauce flavoring. Oh no.
Tomato sauce dabs.
Why do you
Right.
just have a random jar of Prego for
Because
one?
I also have tortellini in my mini fridge. Sauce.
For the buds at home who aren't watching this right now on YouTube, you should be, because that was fucking a brilliant moment.
I just turned behind me and immediately grabbed a full jar of Prego sauce.
He had
flavored with
Prego
meat.
like not it was like a step and a half away from where he currently is, and like it's amazing. Frankly, it's amazing. I'm blown away by that. But ultimately, yeah, that's pretty much all I got for the news stories tonight. I guess that means that's it for the weed news.
Yep, that's it for weed news. The only other story I have is that a Mormon priest talked about his drug trip on ayahuasca, and he said he talked to God. So that
Alright,
just
goodbye.
that just proves if you're crazy when you go into doing drugs,
Oh,
You'll be crazy afterwards.
damn, we're not done.
Absolutely.
I thought we were done.
well, no, we can't be done yet because I have a bong that is still filled with some sweet, sweet cannabis.
I got a bong right here, but hold on, I just gotta put some weed in it real quick.
All right,
God, I wasn't prepared. Oh God.
it's okay.
Oh God. Broke our cardinal rule of always being prepared. Oh God.
It's okay, I kind of threw it on you. It's fine. You had it ground up. You got the bong. It's good. You're right. You're fine. You're
All right,
fine.
cool. I'm
Isaac, are
prepared.
you also wearing a SpongeBob shirt?
Yeah, but mine's more like a stoner vibe for some reason.
Yeah,
That's
mine's more like
cool.
a.
You want to trade?
I thought yours was a sweet, sweet victory.
We could trade.
I mean, it is, but it also is just me on a fucking Friday.
Curtis after his double on the weekends.
Ordering from McDonald's. Sir, can you please speak quieter into the microphone? McChicken!
McChicken, the best fast food sandwich in the world.
Alright, so yeah.
Solid tier. Okay, so now Shank's got his bong packed, and hopefully you buds at home have your bongs packed, your bowls packed, your joints rolled, your blunts rolled, your vapes ready, your rigs ready, your edibles. Take them now, before, later. Eat them all. It is time to blaze it. Tok tok skaboke.
Poke, poke.
Love it. Absolutely
So
love it.
good. Once again, I'm smoking on that beautiful Deja Glue.
And for the third week in a row, I'm still smoking on that Crunchberry.
Supreme.
And Isaac has finished his Dr. Peppas.
It's dead.
Absolutely.
It's dead, Jim.
You have killed the doctor.
Shit happens.
Yeah.
Mm.
You had too many apples, and you kept him so far away that he just died in the middle of the Sahara Desert.
It's true. Just
Withered away into nothing.
Yeah, because they thought they saw a Dr. Pepper machine, but it turned out to be an RC Cola machine.
and they were like, fuck this shit, I'm out.
Yep. Can't even do it.
Yeah. No,
Um,
fuck that shit.
That was a Family Guy reference.
That was.
But with all that being said, thank you, buds, so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed your time listening to us ramble on about some cannabis news that we found enjoyable. It's been a while since we did it, and it was nice to get back to it. If you enjoy it and you would like more of it, be sure to comment somewhere where you can. Shank is about to let you know on all of that. And once again, thank you for watching. We're going to roll one for the road, and we'll see you next week.
Absolutely. And the places that you can let us know about that is on our Instagram, our Facebook, our Twitter, and all of our other social media links that we have down below in the description. Like I told you at the beginning of the episode, we also have that Discord channel down there that you can click on, get in there for some great conversation, great memes, other great content. Please remember to like, follow, comment, all that stuff really helps us out and helps you out to get notifications whenever we put new shit up on the air.
Absolutely. Like what you can, do what you can. We love you, buds. Thank you so much, and we will see you later.
Later, buds.
I just stop acting and smoke this dab.
I knew it!
Yeah.